All right, so I know that bonus checks are coming in tomorrow, and I want to make sure that you guys are taking a little bit of that money and reinvesting it into your business. One of the easiest things you can do is just set up your sample kit. Make sure you have everything to show your customers. If you invest in something at a third, let's say a pair of bypass pruners that cost you 35, 40 bucks, you only have to sell one pair because you had them in order to make your money back and profit. So you'll never lose money when you invest in Cutco. It's one of the earlier things I did in my career was set up my kit with everything. And you don't have to go out tomorrow and spend $1,000 getting everything Cutco makes, but what are a couple things that you can order at a third with your district or division manager that you can get at a third and add to your sample kit. So I'm gonna walk you through what I have here. This is a Samsonite bag. I recently had this is an older bag. My new one was stolen not long ago. So I had to kind of rebuild my kit. But I like having these compartments. Here you have in the front pocket, I have all my gadgets. Sometimes I'll also keep my sharpener in here. And my ice cream scoop I keep in its bubble wrap to keep it nice and sharp and looking good. So gadgets are in the front pocket and I have all of those. Second pocket has hunting knives. So I have my K-bars. And I keep these with the sheaths covered up. If you have something with a orange handle, I always keep it wrapped as well because the orange handles will get pretty dirty. And I like everything to look super pristine when I pull it out and show it to my clients. So I have all the hunting knives, one of each, different edges, different handles. Then we open up the main pocket. And up here I have all 6 of the serving tools. I also have the regular flatware settings. I keep a polishing cloth and then a little one of these guys here to show the thickness of the wellness mat. I also take one of the ones with the handles in on my appointments with me. On the bottom here we have the bacon serve set and bypass pruners as well in this bottom pocket. I also keep a couple of these sheaths here to show the sheaths. You don't need them all, but you should have 1 or 2 of them in there as well. Always a large cutting board. 2-quart saucepan in the cover. This one I do not cook with and it's in really good shape, so it's nice and shiny. And that's something that I recommend you keep in good shape is your saucepan. Then I have my fry pan, and this one's not in as great of a shape, but this is the one I use to fry an egg with my clients. So always good to have the fry pan if you want to sell cookware, because if you fry an egg with your customers, it's so much easier to sell the cookware. Notice how everything I have is wrapped so it looks and stays clean. In here I have my pocket knives. I also have rope and leather. This nice little bag here. I do need a new case for my Ed Reed sharpener, but I have the Ed Reed sharpener, the 82 sharpener. Here we have our ultimate roll-up. All of the knives, I always keep them in sheaths inside of the roll-up. And notice how my ultimate set is all in white. Super shears. These are the specialty knives. So in here I keep a junk steak knife just in case. I also keep, it's always good to have an old piece of Cutco. So this is a chef knife from 1951. And it's great. I'll use this mostly on demos. I also use it at shows for people that haven't heard of Cutco. I have all my paring knives, the extra cheese knives. I even keep some straight edge Santoku knives here as well. So I have every knife that the company makes in here. My homemaker roll up. My homemaker pieces are all in the classic color. The only thing I wanted to really point out here is this Wüsthof knife. This is a Wüsthof utility knife with a serrated edge, German. It's a Wüsthof classic. You can pick this up on Amazon for about 80 bucks. It costs 106 if I'm not mistaken at William & Sonoma. So this is the primary one I use for my leather cutting in comparison at home shows. Sometimes at the house as well, although typically at the house I'm using their knife. But this is great because of its size and its price point. It's very comparable to our trimmer, but it costs 106 bucks instead of 72 or whatever our trimmer costs now. So I definitely encourage you guys, if you do a lot of shows, that's a great one to have, so you're showing a high quality price comparison when you're doing the leather. And I have some kitchen tools. I don't keep them all, but I like the whisk, the basting spoon, and of course you have to have a spatula to fry an egg with your fry pan. This is the garden tool. Just one of them is a sample. and a business gift in red, so they can see the red as well. So the primary thing I would focus on is first making sure you have the knives, one of the outdoor knives. The cookware, the fry pan is super important. I would probably prioritize that over the outdoor knives unless you're in a territory where you do a lot of outdoor stuff. Gadgets are super cheap and easy, and having all the ultimate pieces first, then the cookware, then the specialty knives, and then the accessories. So that's kind of the order I would prioritize.